Israeli Knesset member and former Israeli ambassador to the United Nations, Danny Danon, with me now. Danny, great to see you. Thank you for being here. First and foremost, the condition of the hostages that have been released so far, particularly the children. How are they doing?
Thank you for having me, David. So we examined the hostages who arrived yesterday, and their physical condition relatively is good, but you can imagine the mental situation after almost 50 days in tunnels. You know, we have some elderly people who were without their medicines, so they will take the time. They met their families. They will take it day by day, and we hope they will recover soon. And they are worried about the people who were staying behind in captivity. And also they had to learn about the news of people who died during the massacre of October 7th. So for some of them, that was the first time they had to face very, very sad news.
And are you trying now to get the children out first? I would assume that's your priority.
Indeed. So the pause now, our main concern is to bring back the children and the mothers. We hope that it will happen in the next few days. As you know, we have a lot of hostages in the hand of Hamas, this vicious terrorist organization, and we are determined to do two things: to bring all of the hostages back to Israel and to destroy Hamas. Very simple. As long as it takes, we are determined to do that. So now we are focusing on bringing the hostages, but after a few days, we will resume our military activities. We will go everywhere it's needed until we find the leadership and we will eliminate Hamas.
Danny, I got to ask you a person. You're a diplomat, and you're a very good one. We dealt with each other when you were here in New York. But how do you deal with monsters who kill and kidnap children? I mean, just in terms of the diplomacy, how is it possible for you to practice diplomacy with these people?
So it is very hard, and we don't deal with them directly. We have negotiators who are in the middle, mainly Qatar and Egypt, and we know that we are dealing with evil. But because we have babies in captivity, because we have women, you know, we do whatever we can to bring them back. But at the same time, you know, we remember the goal. And, you know, one of the generals which I met yesterday, he told me, Danny, can you assure me that after the pause we will continue with the military operation? And I told him, I have no doubt. You have my word, and the cabinet guarantees that we will continue with the military operation despite this pause. We are doing it in order to see those children back with their families.
Well, how close are you to achieving your goal of wiping out Hamas?
Well, unfortunately, you know, we are not very close. We have a lot ahead of us because we operate very slowly in Gaza for two reasons. We want to minimize casualties for our forces and for the civilians. That's why it took us a while to encourage the population to move to the south and only then to maneuver with our ground operation. Same will be in the other areas of Gaza. We will try to convince the population to move out, and then we're going to come after Hamas. We could have finished the job by now, but the number of casualties would have been very high. So I think that is the right approach, to move slowly, cautiously, but to be determined to finish the job.
You have been in wars with Hamas before, and they have violated ceasefires. Any signs that they are doing so right now?
So you're absolutely right. In 2014, during a ceasefire, which was initiated by the UN, they kidnapped the Israeli soldier, Adar Goldin, and many times they broke the ceasefires. We have seen minor incidents. So as of now, we continue with the pause, and I hope it will continue until Monday evening. There's still a possibility for extension that it's up to both sides to decide about it.
And even though you have more work to do against Hamas, has enough damage been done so that once the pause is over, they may not be able to get back on their feet, or is that too optimistic?
No, we have to go all the way. When I say all the way, if you look at the map of Gaza, we are operating now in about 1/3 of the territory. So in order to complete the mission, we have to go south. We have to go to where the leadership is hiding in the southern part of Gaza. It will take some time, but once we will see a regime change, it will be good and safe for us, but also for the people in Gaza, once there will be another regime in charge of Gaza.
Gotcha.
You know, it's like eradicating the Nazi regime. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes casualties, but we have to do it.
Danny, God bless. Good luck to you. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.